The scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Smith now on second down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. As the Chiefs make their way back onto the field, the offensive line got to pick up August 30th. Cameron Irving in a trade with Cleveland coming over. And he's a rare guy. He can pretty much play anywhere on that O-line, can't he?
He certainly can, and maybe that's been his downfall, because he could never really settle into one position and really be proficient at it, whether it was center, guard, or tackle. But after the trade to Kansas City, I've talked with people in their organization. They have a plan for him. He's going to play exclusively at tackle, and that's huge for them in that division because you can't have enough tackles out there to block the likes of Khalil Mack at Oakland and, of course, the big guys like Von Miller at Denver.
He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 67 yards. Tyreek Hill had the two fastest plays in the NFL last year. One on a kick return, one on a punt return, topping out at 23.24 miles per hour.
That's advanced analytics right there. Our guy Marvin, know what he said? He's really fast.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They come out here in the eye. Second and goal as the offense looks. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, for the Cowboys, as their offense comes back onto the field, any impact for them not playing that fourth preseason game that was canceled against Houston due to the Hurricane Harvey?
I think it's too cavalier to say there's no impact because typically you know who's going to make your team. But generally speaking, there are 2 or 3 spots on every squad that the last preseason game will determine. So the coaches would have to say, okay, we like this guy's previous 3 games in camp work better. That's why he's going to make the team. But I do have to give the Cowboys credit. Hosting Houston and the Texans that entire week while they struggled with the effects of Hurricane Harvey.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. A give to Elliott. And an alley to run. Elliott a first down and more. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So they're operating in the red zone. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tomahawley in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And that'll set them back 5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is Morris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Akeem Hunt now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On first down, it's Smith. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Play action now. Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Smith, and this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, Smith. And it's complete to Kelce. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Butker able to put this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2. Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again with Hunt. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. Throwing is Smith. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas.
Cleats or track spikes, because he was gone. big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. A shotgun snap for Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game, but instead it'll stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston, able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on him for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Cowboys on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Prescott off play action. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. And now a first down following that long gain. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Play clock winding down. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On play action, they'll throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Justin Houston in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Smith with a give to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A first down carry by Elliott. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They let Elliott try and run it in. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Ten yards still left on second down. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that,